Good evening, everybody. I told you guys that I would be announcing the giveaway winner for the fishing trip with Luck the Irish fishing guide service in this video, and that's what I'm going to do very quickly. Cazadora Tejano 87, you sir are the winner, and if I messed that up, I'm sorry, but I didn't mean to butcher your name, but I have messaged you on Instagram to let you know that you are the lucky winner. And let's get into this video now. What's up, guys? I'm sure you are very intrigued by the title of this video, rightfully so. Let's get into this. And first thing I want to do is I want to say thank you guys for clicking on this one. I always really appreciate it. But I have some news for you that is very, very exciting, but also, what's the word? I guess sad. Let's just describe it as sad, but also very exciting. And you will find out about the details here later towards the end of the video. The good stuff. What we're gonna dive into, there will be 2 videos on, but you'll basically get the gist of it by the end of this one. The second one will be really, really fun and very helpful. The second video will be. And we're just going to do something on this channel that I have done very little of, and I'm going to fix that. So let's head out to the lease. We may get surprised and run into a couple of hogs, but what I want to do is I want to film in this beginning part of this video, I want to film just a laid back vlog like I used to do all the time with you guys. It was kind of like my Sunday afternoon ritual, and I'd kind of fallen off of it. So I want to kind of pick that up, even though it isn't a Sunday afternoon. But with that being said, we're going to check some cameras, throw some corn down. We're going to run through this new spot that I set up with my dad, I guess about a week ago now. Almost, not quite a week ago. But this spot is stinking cool, really awesome. I'm very excited to hunt it and show it to you guys. I am going to be getting a feeder set up in here, and I will record and film all of that and share that with you guys and kind of give you some more tips and tricks, but that's going to be a way later video. Don't worry, it'll be coming up. But we're pulling up to the leash right now. I'm going to hop out, and we're going to switch over to the Polaris, and we're going to go take a look at this new spot first. I'm stoked to check the trail camera on it. I've been hunting this spot for a couple weeks now, and I shot 2 hogs off of it a couple weeks ago. That was one of the last hog hunting videos that you guys saw from me, and I told you that it was a new spot in that video, but I didn't elaborate much on it. And we are going to do just that this afternoon and just walk through it. I'm stoked for this, and I hope that you guys enjoy these kinds of videos because I enjoy bringing them to you, and I'm going to be doing them more often because they're beneficial, they're helpful, and I want to be educational on this channel as well as entertaining. Let's get to it. I hope that intro was in focus because I realized my lens was in manual focus and not autofocus, and if it wasn't in focus, I'm not doing it again, so sorry. Probably need the Polaris key. And you. Okay, we have arrived. So this tree right here, obviously, is the tree. Ooh, mosquito. Is the tree that I'm hunting out of, and right up there, I have my tree stand set. It's probably pushing about, I don't know, 14 feet, 12 feet, something like that. It's definitely over 10, but I'm thinking more like probably 12 feet up. Very cool spot, and it's been producing a lot of hogs here recently. And as you guys know, the other day whenever I was hunting, I was sitting right in front of that tree, and that's where I was set up on the ground. I shot the hogs right up here. My trail camera is in that tree right over there. And with a southeast wind, or an east-southeast wind, my wind's blowing back out that way. Not exactly ideal considering the fact that the pigs could come from this direction, but most of the time they're going to come from like back over this way. The reason why I chose this spot for hogs as well as deer is because this fall, you guys know, and if you don't, I'm going to tell you, animals prefer their food that like drops from the trees. So whenever you get into the fall and the acorns start falling and you're not seeing any deer at your corn feeder, it's because they're eating acorns. Or in this particular situation, all around me I'm surrounded by big pecan trees. Deer and hogs both love pecans. So in the fall, whenever the pecans are dropping where you think they're going to be, to make this spot even better is in the wintertime, all this tall junk isn't here anymore. I mean, the briars will still be standing, and the short scrub oak stuff, that stuff will be still standing, but all this green stuff, that's all going to be dead. So what this essentially is an area, obviously looking all the way around me, it's an area that is surrounded with good cover and trees, and then there's a food source here, and then about 50 yards back that way in the brush is a seasonal creek, and right now that creek has water in it. So it's a very, very good area for these animals to come in, feed, bed, and they have water, they have everything they need to take care of themselves and stay hidden. So this is a prime spot for me, with the exception of the wind. The wind can kind of pose an issue here from time to time, but since I pretty much have these hogs figured out and where they're coming in from, it's not such a big deal. As long as my wind maintains that southeast direction, I'm golden here. If I get too much south, I may get busted, which makes it kind of iffy. But if you're looking back behind me, wherever that thing is, I'm gonna have to look at it with my eyes. So, dang it, right there, right there is a big box blind. What I'm planning on doing is, the box blind isn't mine. It belongs to the previous hunter, and I'm pretty sure it's locked. So I don't really have much of a way into it unless I break into it, which I can most definitely do, but technically it's not mine, so I'm not going to do that. It's a very nice blind, and I'm going to leave it. But what I am going to do is, for north winds, I'm going to set up in this tree right here. So here's my south wind tree, where the southeast wind is blowing back out that way. If I'm in this tree and have a northwest-ish wind, northeast, you guys are getting what I'm saying. Anywhere in between, northwest is going to be blowing back out about like that, northeast would be blowing back out about like that, and north being straight back that direction. Something roughly like that. So anyway, this is more of a prime spot for a north wind, which is how I'd like to hunt it, but we are in Texas and it is summertime. So basically I'm not going to see a north wind until probably our next cold front, which will be in like October or something like that. So this is going to be a really fun deer hunting spot, and I'm super stoked. I'm going to put a feeder up right here is what I'm going to do. Right here in this bald spot where I've been throwing corn, you can see where the pigs have come through here and just destroyed all of this. And then there's my trail camera right up there. I'm going to put a feeder right here, and what that does is that eliminates me having to come in here twice or 3 times a week to throw corn down and throw my bait down as well. And if you guys want to pick up my bait, check out that linked in the description below at 4boutdoors.com. Now, another reason why I chose this spot, obviously there was another hunter here hunting before, but I set up this way because I can hunt this spot. Thought I saw pigs. No, we're good. I can hunt this spot with a southeast wind, and I can hunt this spot with a north wind. And I don't have a good north wind set up here on my lease, and so this is going to be prime. And there's some good bucks that run in this area, so I'm stoked for that. But another reason why I decided to choose this particular area wasn't just because of the cover and the food and all that other stuff, and the water. But if you look over there, there's a feeder there, and obviously the blind that's back over there. So somebody did some previous scouting for me, and I scouted this area as well over the last couple weeks before I snuck in here and killed a couple of hogs. And it was, obviously it was great, and we're going to take a look at the trail camera, and I'm going to throw some trail camera pictures in for you guys. But what it is it's a place that somebody has already been hunting in years past, and so there's animals that are going to be trafficking through here already. They know the spot, they know the area, and so it's not necessarily easy for me, but kind of easy for me because this is a spot that's already set up. But in this little back section right here, there's not another spot where I would set up that works with both winds. So if I were to push further that way, I guess it would kind of work, but not really with the north wind considering where these animals come from. So this is really the best setup for me. And even though the feeder is back that way and I'm setting up over here, like I said, you choose your wind directions. So to wrap all of that mess up, you want to look for, let's see, food, water, bedding source, cover. Yeah, I guess that's about it. You want to look for 4 to 5 different signs whenever you come set up a new spot. I mean, I'm sure I could elaborate and give you a lot more reasons. Animal traffic, looking at trails, obviously that's a huge thing. If you can find 2 out of the 3 things that they need, you're going to find animals, and it's most likely going to be a good hunting area. And so I put in the work here, and I didn't film anything, but I did put in the work here, hanging that blind, or that set up there, not a blind, but the hang-on stand. I do plan to hunt that guy wherever he went. I do plan to hunt him in the next couple of days, so I'm gonna throw some corn down here. We're gonna check this trail camera, like I mentioned, and we're gonna roll on. I want to get out of here. I don't want to make too much of a ruckus, and then we're gonna get to the later half of this video. But I hope that I could help you guys in some way, form, or fashion whenever I go looking for a new spot here in Texas. Considering the conditions, 6 months or 8 months out of the year, it's usually very hot, and so I look for water, I look for food, I look for a bedding area, I look for cover, I look for trails, well-worn trails. And I would like to, here very soon, just go and set up a spot from complete scratch. Like, just take off walking through the woods and say, man, that looks good, and here's the reasons why. And take you guys with me. Maybe throw a little time-lapse up on the GoPro with some commentary, and you guys will be able to see exactly where I'm going, why I'm choosing to set up the way that I'm choosing. I have apps on my phone that tell me wind direction and all those different sorts of things. I try to use every tool that I have to help me be successful, not just for myself, but for you guys as well, because, well, this is part of my living, is making videos for you guys. So in order for me to be successful, I have to be good at what I do, and I want to share some of that with you guys. I'm not perfect, I'm not the best at it by any means, but I have had a lot of success over the years taking those 4 or 5 different things and going out into the woods and choosing your spot based around those reasons. I'm gonna slip out of here. I'm gonna hunt this spot tomorrow, so I'm gonna throw a couple bags down. I know that there's pigs close. We're gonna film a video tomorrow with the new setup that I'm fixing to show you guys. I'm sorry that this has turned into a whole lot of talking and babbling and walking around and messing around and whatever, but I just feel like I get a lot of questions asking me, hey, why do you choose the spots that you choose? And this is the reason why for this particular setup. And all these same reasons bundle in together for all of my spots that I have set up, whether it's on my lease or some other place that I may or may not hunt or may not have permission to hunt. So what we're going to do, like I said, I'm going to go throw this SD card back in the camera. We're going to dump some corn. We're going to slip out of here, and we will be back tomorrow evening. Will be a separate video. Here's the part that I'm very excited to announce. As you guys know, I have been shooting the Matthews Tri-X right here. I've been shooting this bow since the spring of 2017, believe it or not. I got it brand new from Matthews in 2017. It was actually the first year that I was sponsored by them, and I'm so thankful for Matthews. Anyways, I want to take a look back over the last couple years. We're going to take a look at like 4 or 5 different bow kills that I've had with the Tri-X right now. I've shot many a whitetail buck. I've shot many an exotic animal. This thing's gone to Africa with me. It's been to Nebraska with me. It's been to Colorado with me. It's been a lot of different places. I've killed probably upwards of 20 different species with this bow right here. And I guess that's why it's so nostalgic to me and why I have such a hard time putting it down. I really do shoot it well. Not toot my own horn, but I do shoot that bow very well. And last year I was gonna upgrade, I didn't do it. So this year I decided to upgrade. I love my tracks, I love Matthews, and I want to share this with you guys right now. So here it is. This is actually not the first time I've had this bow out of the package, believe it or not. I've had it out a couple of times just admiring, and I am super stoked about this. I actually got it way earlier than I expected. I was talking back and forth with a person from Matthews and over email, and they're like, we're not shipping them out until July or end of June or something like that. And I actually got mine in way earlier than I expected mine to. And here we are. We have the Matthews VXR in ambush green, OD green, whatever you want to call it. I got these 75-pound limbs, and man, are we going to take this thing all over the place and punch some holes in some stuff. So I'm stoked about this bow. I actually go tomorrow morning to film the setup video on this whole bow at the bow shop in Roanoke, and I can't wait to show that to you guys and be a little bit more educational, be a little bit more helpful and on this channel, because I do like to do my entertaining, but I also want to kind of get back to my roots just a little bit. And me and my good buddy Kyle, who runs the bow shop up there, the expert madman bow tech, he is awesome at what he does. He's a professional, and me and him are going to sit down with this camera and we're going to put this bow a new sight, new rest, and do some tuning, get this thing all shot in, and then tomorrow afternoon in another separate video we're going to go on a hog hunt. And we're going to come down here, this spot that I just showed you guys. I'm stoked about this. I so hope that I can shoot a hog with it tomorrow or maybe Sunday morning before I go to church. And yeah, but I just wanted to give you guys a little look, a little sneak peek at what we got going on here. I'm so excited for this deer season. I almost just dropped it. That would not have been good. I need to quit playing around with it. But yeah, I'm so stoked for this thing, to have it all set up for this season and everything that we're going to do. I did go with the 28-inch axle to axle, so it's going to be hard to show you guys this, but it's basically the exact same length as my triax. I've always been a shorter ATA kind of guy, so I went with the 28. So pumped, and I hope that you guys will subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on anything with this bow. Now, I'm going to retire the triax, and we're going to hire the VXR. I am super stoked to get this thing set up. I really appreciate you guys watching so very much. Y'all mean a lot to me, and I hope that you'll subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell right there next to it. Love you guys, and I'll see you in just a couple days.